In the evening, only Ashley and her mom, Linda, were home. Linda was still in the kitchen making the final tea after dinner, and Ashley went to bed at about 12 o'clock that night. However, she couldn't fall asleep for a long time. It seemed like the world around her had become incredibly quiet, and every slightest sound was disturbing. At about 2 in the morning, Ashley woke up to the ringing of the phone. The call was long and insistent, despite the late hour. Surprisingly, Ashley had no desire to pick up the phone. On the contrary, she felt a strange dread at the caller's insistence. Eventually, she got up, dropped the call, and tried to sleep again. Only a few minutes passed and the phone rang a second time. Ashley began to feel uncomfortable. This time Linda came to the phone and dropped the call as well, although she had not exhibited this behavior before. Trying to go back to sleep, Ashley soon heard something strange. Someone had hit the kitchen window twice, seconds apart. The sound was unusual, as if someone was hitting the glass with full force. She asked her mom if she heard the same thing and got confirmation. Deciding it was probably the noise of drunks, Ashley went into the kitchen to check. But there was no one outside and their cats were clearly scared. They were both scared, so they said a few prayers before trying to go back to sleep. But their peace was broken by the third ring of the phone. Ashley dropped the call again and began to cross the receiver. She was shaking with fear and struggled to say the words of the prayer. It was about 3:30 in the morning. Then there were 2 loud blows at the kitchen window again, even stronger and more insistent. Fear gripped Ashley and prayers became even more difficult. The cats were in a state of panic. After a while, courage took over and Ashley ventured out onto the balcony. There was no one outside, of course. What it was and why it had come was unknown to them. Ashley and Linda were only able to sleep a few hours later. But Ashley had never experienced such terror in her life. Later, neighbors told her that their house was built on the site of an old cemetery, and rumor had it that once every 10 years the spirits of the dead came at night and frightened people.